I don't know, man. It's difficult to put it in words. It's
sure.
always been difficult to put it in words. I said that in my last interview also, that, you know, how it feels. And as you said, growing up, nothing else meant more to us. So to capture his life, to what, you know, what he's gone through over 24 years, what the family has gone through, and to understand his mindset, what he was going through, 98, 89, 92, 2008, 2011. It's just been a dream journey. It's been a lot of hard work, but it's been special.
Were you a good cricketer when you were young? Or at least you thought. We all think we're great cricketers. Did you think you were a good cricketer when you were young?
Half decent.
You're half decent, not bad. So today is also another big day. Song launch there. Yes, the question will always be there. How does a song come in? Yes, big names involved. How does a song come in a Sachin film?
It's actually the chant that we thought of first. The Sachin chant's been there with us for almost 24, 25 years. And if you take any sports person globally, I don't think, you know, anything else tops more than this chant, whether it's football, whether it's tennis, whether it's this chant. I've been fortunate to travel with him to Melbourne and to Lords and stuff, and you've got 100,000 people standing up and, you know, yelling Sachin, Sachin for almost 5, 7, 8, 10 minutes. So when we thought of a song, we thought that this should be our tribute to him, and this should always be with every Indian for many years to come.
The chants are immortalized, but now it'll be out there in a song. But my God, James, you stepped into some... I'm going to ask you a question. What are you going to show me that I don't already know about the great man? And how would you answer that?
Well, my answer would be, I think Sachin's obviously been very public on the cricket field, but aside from that, you know, what happens when he goes into the dressing room, into his car, into his house, this is the story. It's the story of the man behind the God, the man behind the legend. It's a very human story. It's a very emotional story, and it allows everybody to see both the greatness of Sachin and the humility and in some level, the ordinariness of Sachin. You know, what does Sachin do when he goes home? Well, this is all in the movie. And we try to chart his journey and really tell it in emotions, you know. I think we really wanted to make a film that was not about facts and figures, but was about emotions. And we're very fortunate to have not just one, but two geniuses involved in this movie with AR and Sachin. So we're very humbled.
And another very big genius that gave you a lot of input sitting right in front, Sachin's wife, Anjali, as well. So yeah, I know you had a lot of inputs there. But let me just give a little background on James. James has made actually quite a few sports films, whether it's about tennis, whether it's about football. Sort of an expert in the field, putting it across, you know, stories. Emotions run very high. I know you know of Sachin, but when you were traveling in India with him, and recently you all went to London as well, did you understand how big he was? You know, it's sometimes very overawing as a situation when you're standing with him.
Yeah, I mean, for me, coming from the outside, I was aware of who Sachin was and a great cricketer, and I'd caught media, but it surprises me every time. I mean, it surprised me when we were out on Friday, just the love, actually, the emotion that Sachin has a place in people's heart. Most people, when you're making a film about them, people have an idea in their heads, but with Sachin, it's an emotional connection for a lot of people, and I think that was the big responsibility, the billion dreams, but the billion audience members who already have Sachin in their heart, that we can, when they come to see the movie, that it connects to their heart as well as their head.
So Sachin the cricketer and Sachin the person is what we get to see. So we've got a great anthem, the song itself. Just before we unveil it for you, any special words, Ravi, about the song? I know you said you want to immortalize the chant. Was it perfect the first time around when you heard it? Could you actually give an input to the great A.R. Rahman and say, no, I think I want to change it?
No, I think we worked on, 15 different themes? We worked on a Calypso theme, we worked on an Indian theme, we worked on an American theme.
So how do you tell A.R. Rahman, no?
No, we never said no to him. It was always said, let's make it better. Let's make it as better as a straight drive. So
you got actually, yeah, when you got his on drive and straight drives, you have so much there. So what we'll do for you is, gentlemen, please do take a seat. We'll play the song out for you, not once, but twice. So watch it. fine. You've got footage to play with. This is not a song and dance sequence that will dance according to your tune or will be able to be changed. Any pressure at all? I mean, knowing that, you've got all this footage to deal with and all?
I think we kind of evolved from a basic idea which he wanted, Sachin song. He said, what is the Sachin song he's got in mind? So we first had a version. We did like 14 versions. This was the first version, though. Parts.
Is that how it normally happens? First take is great, but just for safety, another 20.
Dealing with a very extraordinary situation here. We got fans and we got a musicality. We have to find the balance for that. First, initially it was a rap and just a chant, which I liked a lot. And then we changed the whole tune. We did another 2 versions. And then went back to this.
Now, normally...
We just finished it last week.
Oh, you did? And normally, I know that everything, all the magic happens to you at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., twilight hours in the morning. Was this the 3 a.m. one or was this the 7 a.m. one?
Perfect. No, Sukwinder doesn't sing in the nights anymore. So
Sukwinder doesn't sing in the night?
Yeah. So his cutoff time is 8 o'clock.
Really? We're going to have him speak on that a little bit later. But also when the song came out, I mean, when you watch it back, I know, not everybody has to follow. Like, we're all bhakts of Sachin, let's put it that way. But when you're putting it across, did you also speak to normal friends of yours and say that, did you think, that all those emotions came back in and not just the people involved with the film? Did you show this song to some friends of yours who weren't related to the film?
No, we don't do that, actually. We have a team within ourselves and I just check the vibe. And of course, the people are commissioning me, like he was listening to it. And he has specific, this thing, James listened to it in LA. Yeah. And James had notes, he had notes, Sachin had notes.
Oh, Sachin also had notes?
Yeah, finally. So I think it's all come together. I'm very pleased with what's come out now.
I think we're all very pleased. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're very pleased, and it's my greatest honor once again on our hallowed turf to call upon Mr. Did you say, turn it a little bit here, change a little bit there?
He knows a lot of my music.
Yes,
from the first moment.
He's being a good friend. He's being a good friend. No, what does one tell him? I call him AR always. I call him AR. So what does one tell him?
But there's a flavor.
Mount Everest ke samne jaake even Ravi won't be tall there. So it's like Mount Everest ke samne music ke baare mein baat karna. I mean, what does one?
But also when you're watching this song also, I know replays keep happening in your head only when people are there in front of you. But I love the video also of the song. Yes, the song is playing in the background, but there's so many shots on the nets that we didn't know. There's a puddle of water there where you're jumping back and forth. We're going to see so much more of your life that, we've always wanted to see. Emotions run through your head every time. Now also when you manage to see like a video like this?
Yeah, it brings back all those memories because the shot that you're talking about, we're practicing in the rain. But in those days, we did not have indoor nets facilities. And then one had to prepare himself before you played number of series. And that was the only option because I had to find my ways to stay in touch.
Oh, I thought that was a technique you were figuring out maybe if the ball goes...
Not really, because we did not have indoor nets. I would practice like that. I would call all my friends and then we would practice in the rain. And the beauty was nothing could stop us from playing. Even the heaviest of the rains, we would still go out and play. And I would intentionally be wearing helmet and leg guards and thigh guard, my whole kit, because it was all about a proper feel and all that. But coming back to talking about the movie and the memories that I've been able to relive, it's simply magnificent. It's really overwhelming. And when you look back at your life and you think that, years passed by so quickly and so many things happened in my life. Because when you're in the middle of the action, you want to just move forward and think about the next goal, the next target, the next match. And you keep forgetting what's happened in the past because that was a mantra at home that let rest of the world talk about the last match, we think about the next match. So I kept, following that. And today, suddenly, to know that there is a movie made on my life, and this song, which is Sachin song, AR has done that with Sukhwinder. It's a formidable combination, I would say. I mean, with Ravi and James doing his work.
Forgot Irshad Kamal.
Yes, of
Shah,
course. Shah, yes.
helped put it all together.
So it's a solid combination. But for me, I never thought Sachin would continue beyond my playing days. Here now it's gone to the theaters. So I'm,
I was telling you in the
overwhelmed.
car, once you become president, maybe they'll put the song on.
I have to actually ask you this. Do you actually remember the first time that they actually chanted Sachin in India? Like when this entire, I know what this talk about the cricketers, but this rhythmic chant of Sachin, do you remember that?